Hi guys, it's Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and I am shooting this video from Annette's Lake, or Annette Lake. This is in North Bend, Washington. It's so beautiful here. What a stunning spot. I had to film this and then come home and then turn down the volume because this is a very, very loud waterfall. And so I'm just going to be narrating this video just because you know, you guys always complain about really loud water. But I had to have this scenery because to me, anything that centers me around positivity is something that I want to show you guys. And a beautiful waterfall and a peaceful day and a summer day with just bright sunshine was the energy that you're going to receive from this gorgeous video that I'm going to be doing. And that's really what I want to talk about. You know, when I do these videos, I am very concerned about all of the different people that I talk to and all the different levels that I've got to appeal to, because it's really difficult right now because so many people are centering their lives around many different things. Some people are centering their lives around a key relationship that's helping them balance out and find their center. And some people are changing career paths. Some people are, you know, redefining themselves. Some people are looking for different jobs. Some people are leaving toxic situations and going after a more heartfelt situation that helps them thrive and helps them be happy and excited about their new life. It's very difficult because with all of these complexities, one thing that is certain, one thing that will appeal to everybody is the fact that what we're centering our lives around right now is something that is coming from our soul. It's coming from our center. It's coming from the voice inside of us that is somehow aspiring for something different and better, and something that brings happiness, and something that allows us to have a more positive energy, so that we can start to thrive and create and grow, instead of these really toxic relationships, toxic situations, toxic work environments, these rules that were binding us, and these situations that were legally putting us into bondage. A lot of people are making some very radical changes in their lives and centering their hope around just getting away from something that I think at one point I think they deeply loved and was very heart-based and was very exciting, and but it just no longer holds that value in our life the same way as we've evolved. And we've evolved into wanting something more. We've evolved into a state that it's uncertain. There's an excitement about it, but there's also some sort of fear around it. And so I kind of want to address all of it because I think it'll appeal to everybody in general. You know, in my previous reading, in my tarot reading, I needed that to ground me and to give me some visualizations, because I'm a very visual person, and I needed to understand what Spirit was trying to say. I had these pictures in my head, but I didn't know how to tie it in to what other people are going through because, you know, I'm a Leo that's conjunct Mars in Leo, that has a Mercury in Leo. So I want to really pull myself away from this and help you guys identify and center your lives the way that I felt like Spirit has helped me center mine. These series of eclipses have been life-altering for many, because when we zero in on the area of our life where we feel that we weren't getting what we wanted, we weren't valued, we weren't happy, we weren't sustained, that where we felt that there was a strong deficiency, we've identified it now. And making the changes that you have to make in order to create some hope again, some magic again in your life, some, making you feel just, alive again, and just put the vitality back into your life. I just feel like so many people have these fears that it can actually happen. Like, we're going in a different direction. Our life is going in a whole new direction. And there's an excitement about that, but there's also a fear about that. And I really want to talk about that, because fear is funny. It's a deeply unconscious obstruction of our energy a lot. Sometimes it comes from automated programming. Sometimes it comes from social programming. Sometimes it just comes from trying to succeed at something and failing at it. And so, and there was pain attached to all of those. And so every human being is just wired to not do something that causes them pain. And I'm almost thinking right now, facing your pain and facing your fear and facing your limitations and obstacles that you feel are holding you back is exactly where you should be centering your focus. We just had a lunar eclipse in Aquarius, and when you have that level of a lunar eclipse where we spend that much time in darkness, it brings forth a lot of energy from the depths of our subconscious into consciousness. And so that's why I kept talking a lot about horizon in my tarot reading, because the horizon is the part where I feel like we're at, where our sun is coming up, and there's a sense of newness in the energy. There's a sense of like almost like you can feel the transformation deep inside of you before it's physically happening to your world. It's an internal process of transformation, and you're feeling these intense levels of what I was describing as just that grogginess that you feel when you're waking up and your body is coming out of an unconscious state into consciousness. If you can just feel what it's like to wake up in the morning, you're kind of understanding that your soul is literally feeling that. And there can be a lot of confusion around that. You don't know whether to be happy or sad about your situation. The past has defined failures for you and has defined obstacles and restrictions and created fears, but those are not real. They are, life experience has taught you to be wise in a certain area, but you've also gained some skills from all of that, and you know how to avoid all of those pitfalls and making those same mistakes. And it's just how truthful and real you are with yourself about who you are and just what you have to offer the world. I mean, you've got to be incredibly real about this. So one of the things that's being brought up is just the fact that you are a human being mentally expanding beyond your capacity to understand right now. And there's this transition of the physical realm and the spiritual realm. And now that you have room to think about your life, the next level in your life, and what all of this meant, and the karmic lessons that you've learned on a very cumulative level, and all of this reality is extremely intense to process. So I feel like that's a lot of this, the Jupiter in Scorpio in retrograde, squaring off with the solar eclipse, squaring off with Mercury in Leo. It's your emotions are creating fears and locking you into obstacles, defining you in certain ways and trying to hold you back. And I kind of feel like right now we're in this war between like the present and the past. And, you know, there is something to be said for learning from the past and paying attention to what we've been through in the past, and not making the same mistakes. I mean, that's why we have history. That's why we learn our history in school, is so that we hopefully don't ever make those same mistakes. But what it can also create is paranoia and fear, and it can segregation, and it can create it can make people want to conform just to stay safe to what society feels is something that is what they consider normal, so that you don't stand out, so that you don't there's no more, you just don't want to feel any more pain. Nobody wants to feel any more pain or disappointment or disillusionment or sadness. I mean, we all don't want those things. But life is so much bigger than that. Your sun is really, really intensifying inside you. And there's this need to beam and shine again. There's this unyielding, undeniable energy that is starting to build within inside of you that is giving you the courage to change things for the better, and to become that eternal optimist that a Leo is, and to become an innovative visionary like an Aquarius is, and to intuitively connect with yourself on a level where it makes you feel safe and secure because you can trust yourself. That was all the Cancer energy that we felt, that beautiful solar eclipse. So there's a lot of powerful, positive energy that I really want to focus on that. Yes, there's a lot in our heads right now. There's a lot fucking with us. There's a lot making us believe that we are who we were. And there's a lot of resistance in the world, but there's so much inside of you right now that is feeling rebellious and volatile about being defined as something that you were before you understood your journey, right? And that is this beautiful sextile. There's some gorgeous energy, and it all involves Pluto. Pluto in Capricorn is in a sextile with Neptune and Pisces, sextile with Jupiter and Scorpio, sextile with Chiron and Aries. Look, if you are into empowering your situation, taking your power back, if you are into centering yourself around transforming your situation and really being honest, being painfully and brutally honest about yourself, getting very intimately familiar with your feelings, and allowing yourself to become vulnerable in your feelings and to get to know what you deeply desire on this very internal level. That will just empower your intuition. I mean, that will just beam your intuition. And the wounds that you all bear, you will understand them not as weaknesses, but as unique, powerful understandings of the fact that in the midst of pain, in the midst of suffering, in the midst of obstacles, you have overcome something, and that's something to be incredibly proud of. So I really want you to center yourself around all of your successes, because that's what a Leo does. You know what a Leo does? They don't look back. True Leos are out of there. If it's not working out, if it's not good, if it doesn't make them feel happy, it doesn't make them thrive, if it doesn't help them shine in any way, they go away from the darkness. They're only interested in shining as bright as they can, in centering in and zeroing in on things that makes their heart feel happy, and things that make them feel wanted and attractive and vivacious, and just like what they're centering their life around is in general just adding to their lives. I mean, that's what a Leo rocks. And that's what an Aquarius rocks, because that's the polarity of Leo. But Aquariuses do it all different. They love that they're unique. They understand that most people don't understand them. They're visionaries for the future. They know that they have obstacles. They fixate because they know that people are going to resist them, and they know that they have to fight a serious battle to get to their idea understood, or to get to help somebody on a very humanitarian level overcome something, to help form groups that can help them achieve what they want. I mean, they have to be able to appeal to massive amounts of people, but they have to be leaders. You have to understand what you are being asked to do is be the leader of your life. Yes, there are things that control us. There are rules we've got to live by. There are we're having a big, massive reality check, and a lot of us are very well aware that at some point in our lives we have just been flat out delusional about some of our expectations, and yeah, all that stuff is going on, but that doesn't break a Leo. Okay, that doesn't stop a Leo. Leos never stop. Like, take it from a Leo with 3 personal planets in just Leo. They never stop, right? They'll kind of be as loyal and faithful as they can to a certain degree. And once they realize that all this situation brings them is darkness, is they are perpetually drawn to the light, they will leave and go to the light. They can't help it, because they can't thrive, they can't live in darkness. They are the light. Like, they are the energy that creates and manifests its own universe. It's what everything centers around. So you have to understand what you're being asked to do is step up on a level that is just, it's intense. Because the average person is coming at this with some serious mental baggage, emotional baggage, and financial baggage. And we're having to be brave and incredibly courageous in the midst of probably not feeling like our ideal self. And that is probably the best place to be, because truly you don't ever want to meet a Leo that has not been humbled, because they're just monsters. They have to be the center of attention, and they're just unbearable to be around, because they're just loud and obnoxious and think the whole world revolves around them, and they get really they really fixate on the fact that everybody should worship them, and they're just terrible people to be around. But Leos who have been humbled, who have understood that they are a creature of flesh and blood, that they do walk in the physical realm. There are obstacles. There are things that are very real around them that can cause pain, that are actual physical things that they have to be aware of if they're going to manifest their best self. Then they are the best things in the whole world to be around, because they are eternal optimists, and they know how to get through things on a very realistic level. And that's all you're being asked of right now, is to just take a look at your situation, center your life around positivity in your life. There are so many beautiful things right now that are happening in your life, even if they aren't the things that you are centering and zeroing in on. I can guarantee you there are parts of your life where you are starting to realize that there is some hope, and that there is something thriving in your life that's exciting and new and is a blessing, right? But there's a couple situations going on right now with this intense solar eclipse. And, you know, the Leos in the world are going to be fixating on all the good things that make them feel like the King of Wands. They're focusing on all the things that just lights them up and makes them feel happy. And they're just trying to attract as many good things as they can, because they're feeling this energy, right? They're feeling all this positivity. Jupiter's expanding some really great things in their life. They're starting to feel like just understood, and they're starting to feel excited, and they're starting to feel emotionally energized. And it doesn't feel like the world is working against them, and that there are so many obstacles. And that they look back at their past, and they know that they're moving forward with some serious energy that is going to help them thrive. I mean, they feel it down deep into their bones. They feel it. So if that is you, you are rocking this energy, and it is super exciting. A lot of pressure, a lot of intensity. I mean, there is some very serious energy. People from the past may kind of pull on you. Addictions from the past. Temptations from the past, places where fears that are very subconscious are going to start to kind of bubble up right now. But if you're fixating and zeroing in and centering yourself around all of the good things, all you're going to do is continue to attract all those good things. Now, if you're the person that looks back and thinks, the best time in my life was this time in my past, and all you can do is focus on the past, and all you can do is focus on what you lost in the past, and all you can do is focus on an ideal time in the past that probably was, there's probably some delusion around it, probably wasn't that ideal, right? Then you are going to miss all of this incredible manifesting energy. And this energy is, you can't let this pass by. You can't waste this energy. This energy is a gift, right? This energy has the potential to make you eventually release yourself from some very deeply karmic past painful lessons and start new chapters in your life. The karmic journey that you were supposed to do in a positive way, something you were supposed to achieve in this lifetime, not something you were supposed to learn, but something you were supposed to achieve. It's a time of being just honest with yourself, who you are, identifying yourself, looking at yourself for real, not what the illusion that you want to create on social media, or, you know, in your circles, or in your intimate relationships, these illusions that you are this person. It's like you're getting very, 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 very freaking real with everything about you. That includes all your weaknesses and all of your strengths. This is probably the best time to get to know new relationships, because you are getting to know the real them. It's almost impossible to hide in this type of energy, because the truth will just come out. It doesn't matter. It's impossible to hide behind an illusion. This energy is not about that. And it's not a power struggle. So if you're trying to push somebody right now, and you're trying to overpower them in some way, financially, in a workplace, or you are trying to give them a set of rules that they've got to live by in order to be in your life, or if you are finding that something is trying to bind you to something that is not authentically you, not your soul, not something that is core based, right? You will not have it. You will rebel against it. You will, it will be something that you can't control in yourself. You won't have it. And there is definitely going to be some power and control issues with all of this fixed energy, with all of this energy in our past trying to drag us back, and we're trying to push forward. And it's like the past gets clinging, all of the deficient, all the past BS, the things that we have always felt, and we've allowed our sun to be depleted in. Those are definitely going to tempt us. Absolutely. I feel like, honest to God, this is a fight between the devil and the angels in the heavens. Like, it's that kind of war. It's the saving your soul versus thriving, right? Or versus falling into a dark pit. It's like that kind of energy. You are either going to thrive or not going to thrive. You are going to fall or you are going to rise. You are going to look at this challenge and you are going to attract everything magical into your life, or you are going to sink into a bottomless pit of self-suffering, and your fears are going to overcome you, and you are going to go into one of the darkest places that you have ever been in your entire life. And I don't want you there. Like, I want the sun to show you the way. I want your light to shine. I want you to center yourself around something new, something exciting, something that it will help you find alignment within yourself. You want to center yourself around your purpose, what makes you happy, and also what emotionally energizes you. And if you can find that, I want you to give it 110% right now, because there is some very dark energy out there trying to suck you back and keep you down. That could be people. That could be people that want power over you, that are losing control. And they're trying to have this big power struggle with you. It could be the fact that you feel financially bound and you have to do this thing in order to financially survive. That stuff, I'm telling you, is not real. It's not real. It's all your past BS in your head, and all of these things, these misconceptions about yourself, all of the programming that people have done to you over the years, all the mental and physical and financial abuse that you've endured is now coming forth. And it is, are you going to succumb to it, or are you going to rise above it all? And know that you're worth more than that. I mean, you're freaking beautiful. You are on your way to being authentic. You are on your way to becoming and centering your life around positivity and emotional happiness. You're becoming intimately aware of exactly what you have tried to suppress and make yourself believe that you can't have it anymore. Now, if you keep going in a positive direction, you will start to attract the things that you gave up on a long time ago. But you've got to believe. You've got to believe with all of your heart. That's a sextile between Neptune and Pisces and Pluto and Capricorn. And Pisces, Pluto and Capricorn in retrograde, Neptune and Pisces in retrograde. This gorgeous sextile that I keep talking about is the believing in and wholeheartedly believing in transformation. Transformation is one of those words that people just throw around. But transformation literally is you are becoming something that you've never been before. And that is extremely centered around what you know at this point will bring you happiness. And it's just so beautiful. And it's so warm. I mean, if you feel this energy, you know what it feels like to me? It feels like just warmth. It feels like warmth with a slight sweet breeze with the perfect scent. And the energy is so gorgeous. I'll give you a little scenario. At work, I wanted a file cabinet, and they didn't have any file cabinets. And I was like, God, I'm so bummed. I wanted like a two-drawer file cabinet because I love organizing. And they didn't have any, and I'd have to go through this approval process to get it at my desk. And I was like, whatever, I don't need it. You know, I was like, okay, what else? Whatever. And then today, I literally got it. Like literally, one of the girls that I work with, she comes upstairs and she's like, okay, she's like, who wants a file cabinet? And she worked 3 floors down, and somebody was getting rid of a file cabinet. And just because I had that conversation with her that I wanted a file cabinet, it wasn't even a week and I had a file cabinet. Now I know that I'm talking about a file cabinet, but for me that's really exciting because I love to organize, and anybody who knows me knows I'm a freak about organizing and knows that that's just a fun project for me. But it's been that way with me ever since I let go of my ego, the part of my ego that was attached to the physical realm and gaining acceptance in the physical realm. And I just followed my intuition and followed my heart. And I did what I always had said I was going to do, and I relocated. And ever since then, it's like everything is falling into place, and I'm not even trying. I just put the energy out there and I get it. I don't know how to describe it because it's never been this easy for me before. Ever. I always have to work hard and struggle and fight to get what I want. And now it's just like I put a little bit of energy out there and it just comes to me. And I'm going to tell you that my immediate reaction to that today was 2 different reactions. I'm going to be super honest with you. One of it was like, holy shit, I just said I wanted it, and within a week I had it. And that's just crazy. And I've been noticing coincidences like that before, and I thought it was super cool, right? All excited like every Leo gets when they get what they want. And then there was like a part of me that was like, holy shit. That was like 1% of how I zero in on something. 1%. And I thought, God, what if I gave it 100%? on the big stuff, and I'm talking a relationship with somebody who's amazing and who we share the same values and who's active. And what if I wanted to manifest that? What if I just spent any kind of time meditating on manifesting that? It was almost terrifying, and I thought, oh, I don't even want to talk about this. And I ran away like every Gemini rising does. We just run away when things are just too crazy and too real. And I just have to tell you that that's kind of that weirdo turmoil that I'm talking about. It's like, oh, but in the past, relationships have always meant pain. But holy shit, I could actually manifest it. Like, I feel like it could really happen and I could manifest it. So you understand what I'm telling you about the power that you have at your fingertips? That it's so beautiful if you've been doing the work. If you've been so real with yourself. You can do this. Like, this is, I know this is a time of pressure, stress. It's chaotic. It's unpredictable. It's a little bit crazy, a little bit nutso feeling. It feels, the energy definitely feels weird for all those people that are used to feeling a specific type of energy in their lives, and it's consistently monotonous type of energy. That's not being allowed anymore because we got all of this Uranian energy, redefining what we value and what we want, and we've got all of this Aquarius energy, and we have this Leo energy. We've just got too much going on, honey. Stay stuck. You are going to shine whether you want to or not. Anyhow, I hope you guys have a wonderful solar eclipse, and I look forward to talking to you guys again real soon.